Germs. They're everywhere. The air you breathe, the food you eat, your pet dog, and even the device you're watching this video on. They all contain germs. Not all germs are good for us. In fact, many germs, called pathogens, can cause illnesses within the human body. In this video, you will learn more about these tiny microorganisms and how they affect the human body, specifically their role in infectious diseases. There are primarily 4 types of pathogens: bacteria, viruses, fungi, and protozoa. The first is bacteria. Bacteria are tiny, single-celled organisms. They are so small that you could line up 1,000 bacteria end to end and they would fit on the end of a pencil eraser. There are approximately 30 to 50 trillion of these microorganisms in the human body, both good and bad. The good bacteria help us to digest our food, absorb nutrients, and even help our immune system fight off invading microbes. The bad bacteria, however, release toxins within the body. These harsh chemicals can damage our cells and make us sick. Cholera, tuberculosis, typhoid, and strep throat are all caused by bacteria. The next type of pathogen is viruses. Viruses are even smaller than bacteria. They are more or less capsules of genetic information like DNA or RNA. Viruses are specific in that they require a host in order to reproduce and function. Once a virus has invaded a cell, it takes over that cell with its own genetic material and begins to produce more of itself. At a certain point, the virus will explode the cell, killing it, and spread throughout the body via bloodstream or airways. Common viruses include the flu, the common cold, measles, and AIDS. The fungi are next on the list of pathogens. These organisms break down dead organic materials within ecosystems. There are many friendly types of fungi, including mushrooms, yeast, which is used to make bread, and penicillium, which is used in the penicillin drug. Unfortunately, there are also bad types. These organisms thrive in warm, moist environments, and they can cause athlete's foot and ringworm. The final pathogen is protozoa. Protozoa are single-celled organisms that usually cause disease by contaminating water or food supplies. These organisms can also be spread through insects, such as mosquitoes. Malaria is transported in this way and is caused by these protozoa. Now that we've explored the different types of pathogens and how they attack the body, we can understand that their impact can be devastating. The next 5 examples of infectious diseases are all caused by pathogens. These outbreaks are among hundreds that humans have encountered, but they are considered to be a few of the deadliest. The first is the Black Plague. This was also known as Black Death. This disease dates back to 14th century Europe, and the outbreak lasted from 1347 to 1351. It is believed that the disease was brought in from Asia through ports and killed anywhere from 75 to 200 million people, which was a lot considering that the world population was only around 450 million. Number 2 on the list is the Spanish flu. This was an outbreak of an H1N1 virus that began in 1918 and lasted about a year. Despite its name, the disease was spread all over the world due to traveling troops fighting in World War I. Overall, the Spanish flu was responsible for about 50 million deaths in only 1 year. Number 3, HIV/AIDS. The earliest documentation of AIDS was in 1959 in the Congo. Since no cure has been found, AIDS is still around today, affecting about 36.7 million people worldwide. Since it first emerged in Africa, it has affected around 70 million, with approximately 35 million deaths. Next is the Plague of Justinian. This was one of the first documented infectious diseases occurring in 541 AD. The disease was predominantly throughout the Eastern Roman Empire, specifically its capital, Constantinople, the Sassanid Empire, and along the port cities of the Mediterranean. It is estimated that 25 to 50 million people died during the year as a result of the plague, which was about 13% of the world population. Lastly, the Antonine Plague. Its outbreak occurred in 165 AD and lasted until 180 AD. The disease is believed to have been brought into the Roman Empire by troops coming from Western Asia. Present scholars guess that the Antonine Plague was similar to smallpox or measles, but exact comparison cannot be known. Overall, this plague killed over 5 million, with certain points during the 15-year span killing 2,000 per day. So overall, we have good and bad pathogens all around us. And as you've seen already, bad pathogens can do some serious damage to the human body. Habits like frequent hand washing, practicing safe travel procedures, and taking routine vaccinations can all help to prevent the spread of these terrible diseases.